What up guys, it's Kelly and today I am doing something super fun. So when I decided that I was going to start calling you guys the Galaxy Gang, one of my followers suggested that I do a Galaxy manicure just to kick things up, get it started. So that is what I'm doing today. I decided to combine my love of galaxies with my love of purple. And if you guys follow me on Snapchat, then you may or may not know that I recently dyed my hair purple, but you'll see that very soon. Anyway, let's get into the tutorial. I am going to be using Color Me Monthly Base Coat, Color Me Monthly Incantation, which wow, gorgeous. Color Me Monthly Poe, you guys already know I'm obsessed with this one. Color Me Monthly Pixie's Parlour, and Color Me Monthly Crystal City. I'm also going to be using their top coat as well. This is in partnership with them. They basically have an awesome nail polish subscription service. That's another thing that I talk about on Snapchat a lot. But anyway, I'm also using, I'm saying anyway a lot, I can feel it. But I'm also going to be using a regular old cosmetic sponge. This is just like one of those wedge sponges. So I am starting off with my clean natural nail and applying my base coat. And once that base coat is dry, I'm just going to go in with some black nail polish. And of course, for some reason, my camera just stopped filming when I was painting the black nail polish. So here's me pretending to paint it again. Anyway, I'm just going to take my awesome multi-chrome tweezers and I'm going to just rip off some big chunks of my cosmetic sponge. And I'm going to use those little chunks of cosmetic sponge. So when I'm doing manicures like this, you might have noticed, I usually just take like a scrap piece of paper, usually just like one of those inserts from a magazine or just any sort of junk mail that I don't care about. And I usually just dab my nail polish onto there and I use that as just like my little canvas or palette, I guess is the right word. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to dip my sponge into it, and then I am going to start creating the background for my galaxy. And it's hard to tell just because it's, oh, look at me adjusting the focus. I'm so smart. It's hard to tell because it's impossible to see all the way without the top coat, but once we have the top coat, it's gonna get super crazy. You guys are gonna love it. But anyway, so this is just really like the background stars, and that's what I'm doing right now. And then I'm going to go in with this slightly more gold shimmery purple, and I'm basically gonna do the same exact thing, just sort of creating this background. So honestly, I love the way that it turned out just looking like this. If you guys wanna do like a really simple, beautiful galaxy manicure, like this is an easy way to do it. This would just be a gorgeous manicure on its own. Once you add the top coat, it's going to be shimmery, it's going to be nice and subtle and classy and beautiful. But after I was done doing this, I was like, I want to bring this up like a ton, and I want it to be almost like a pastel-y purple. So I decided to sort of start over, not really, but I was just taking this white nail polish, and that's really going to be like the background now, and I am just using that, and then I'm going to create sort of like a galaxy within that, and I'm going to start taking my lighter colors and then get into the darker colors, and I'm going to move those out onto the edge just to make it like really concentrated and light in the middle, and then go out into like the darker, spacier sort of colors on the edges. So then, like I said, I'm just going in with those darker colors again, and I'm just sort of making that line of galaxy-ness a little bit more concentrated. And usually I'll just do a diagonal line across my nail, and I'll just sort of flip it back and forth between each nail, but you can do your concentrated nebulas wherever you want. And then if you want, you can have some of those nails be like the background nails. So if you're doing this sort of concentrated way, you can really just do maybe one dark color in the background and then move straight to your white. You don't have to do both colors like I did, but it's all up to you. And now I'm actually just taking like a little corner of the sponge and I'm making a really thin white line. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because stars aren't perfect either. And now I'm going to take this holographic silver glittery stuff. I know some of you guys are going to be like, that is not holographic. It is. My lights are super, I don't know, they have a thing over them, so you can't really see holographic stuff. And every time I use holographic polish, people just don't believe me in my videos, but that is holographic. And the top coat, that's just gonna make your whole manicure come to life, because look, oh, see, look at that, some of that little holographic stuff. You can see it now, right? Not really, sort of. But yeah, that is it for this manicure. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you want to ever see me with purple hair, because someday soon I'm going to be posting a video with my purple hair, but I didn't film it. I did post a lot about it on Snapchat, so you guys might want to follow me there if you want to see stuff. And yeah, that's it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.